Now here in this video we are going to talk about the shell functions. By the name itself, function means we are going to process something. So as by default in Linux you have multiple functions which are inbuilt into the shell itself. Now if I'm going to use those functions, it will be a very big functions which I cannot use completely at a time, or if I don't want to use the whole function at a time, what I can do, I can break down those functions into multiple parts. That's what we are going to look over here. So now you can see shell functions generally enable you to break down any particular functionality which we generally have into a shell into a smaller logical subsections, and these subsections can be used to perform any particular task individually when it is required by the user or the system. So this the function is. Now here we are going to see what are the types of functions we have, as well as what are the shell and what are the functions can do into your programs. So very first thing, you can also create a new function. If suppose I do not want to use the existing functions, I can also create my own function, a smaller function to perform a task. Also we have the pass parameters to these functions. Now in functions we can also pass multiple parameters, multiple options we can set into the functions or the existing functions we have. We can also return the value to the functions. Now returning value, again we have seen into the loop how we can return the value into the loop. Same kind of return values we are going to add also in the functions. Then we are going to create nested functions. We are going to add a new functions into the existing functions. This way we can also create a nested functions as we have used into the if-else value. Same way functions can call from the prompt itself. So this functions, like already you have created the function, and wherever in any of the terminal, if you want to call this particular function to perform your task, you can call it. So let us see how we can create the function and how we can use it into our prompt of your shell. So again I'm going to create a function in shell itself, shell script itself. So I'm going to create into sh, and now for defining the function, what you need to do is you need to define a name of the function. Now for example, I'm defining the name as hello. So I want to create a function with name hello. So for that you need to define in such a way that you are going to call this hello and you are going to add into the hello function. So what you need to add, I want to add echo hello world. Okay, so this actually I want to add. For adding it again, we need to do one thing, that is we'll just add a curly braces over here, that we are going to start adding something into it, right? Either here or at the starting. Generally, see, you can add anywhere, but if you align it well, so you won't have any particular confusion while you are writing any particular script or any particular functions. So once you have added with that, I need to close the braces. Once you have closed the braces, just hit enter, and again here itself you can also invoke your function hello. So invoke hello function, so we can give the command only hello, so automatically it will get invoked. Let us check sh function dot sh. So it is invoked and you got the value as hello world. So this is how generally you create a small functions into your Linux operating systems. Now again you can also add the variables into the functions. Like if I want to call a particular variables, I can also call it, like I will just define, like we have already used into our previous example. I am going to call the parameters, like so we have seen how we can call the parameter, that is first parameter and your second parameter. I'll just save it. I'll just give sh function dot sh trainer, or you can say technical trainer. Hit enter. And you can see it is calling both the, just a sec, we need to check, it should show us both the parameters as well. Okay, so haven't we need to do is, like, we are again going to move into the function.sh itself, and in spite of invoking it, from outside, I'll just invoke it from here itself. Okay, so what the output you should get. So I'm just going to define the parameters over here itself, the technical. Hit enter, save it, create out sh function.sh. So it will show you hello world with first parameter, and we can save the second parameters over here. So if you can add multiple parameters, you can also add multiple parameters and you can call it over here itself. So this is the function which we have seen. Now again, we can also return the value into the functions. So for that, what we can do is we are going to just capture the last command and return the value to it. So for that, what I'm going to do, I will just move into the functions.sh command. I'll just capture value return or returned by last command, and I'll return the value. So for returning the value, I'm just going to add one of my characters here, that is any particular value, any particular special characters if you have, or any particular variables you have. So it should fetch those particular thing, and then we'll be using echo command, echo returning to return value. So return value I will be using by using the variable which I have defined here, that is ret. Once you have done with that, close it and hit enter, save it, save the file. Just I'll go and check for this file. So you can see it is returning the value to 0 because we haven't got any particular output until, you can also define the numbers. We can also define the return values. Now if I want to define the return values, what you can do is move into the function again. Okay, just define the return values here under the echo command which you have defined into the function. I'm going to return the value to 10. Return 10. Once you have done with that, save it, sh functions.sh. So you can see the return value you have, that is 10. So if you have set any return value, it will directly take the return value. If you haven't set anything, it will directly move on to the value 0 from the last output, after the last output, we can say. So this is how we can return your values to another value. Same way, if in a function, if I want to call multiple functions, so I'm going to create multiple functions into a same file, and I'm going to call one function from the other function. So for that, I'm going to again create a file which is multifunction file, m function. This is the name I'm going to define, and this is the sh file I'm going to create. And now I'm going to create the functions by calling one function to another functions, right? Another function. So very first function I'm going to define, which I'm going to call from the another function. So that I'm going to define the first function, which will be called from the second function. So this we can define. So I have commented it out. So I'm going to define the function 1. Okay, and I'm going to start with the function as we have did to the previous function. I'm going to use the brackets. Into the brackets, I need to define or open the bracket here, and post that I will add the first function, the description of it. This is the first function. Okay, done with that, enter it, and you can define the other function. So this is the calling function, we can say, like I want to call the other function. the second function, I can say. So here I'm going to call the second function, which I'm going to create later on. So I'll define the second function by name function 2. So I'll be defining the name of the function as function 2. Once you have done with this, I'm just going to close the bracket here. So this is completely closed. Then I'm going to define the function. So you should be, very particular about the name because you have used this particular name here. So function 2 I'm going to define, and to that again I'm going to start with the, entering the echo command into it, and I'm going to add this as second function. So once you have done with that, again I'm going to close this. So even I have close the second function, and I'm going to call function 1, right? So for that I'll use function 1. So I'll just invoke this. So we are invoking it over here itself. So hit enter and give command multiple function shell. So you can see you have two different functions. Okay, so our function 1 was not called. Okay, so once the function once has been called, so it is again showing you a different function. So it is showing you both the functions because your function 1 has already called your function 2, right? So what we have done is we have function 1 and function 2 we have defined. Now I have just called function 2 from the function 1, and I have run just function 1. So automatically your function 2 has been run. Now if suppose I remove this, you can also remove it. If I do not call it from the function 1, right, and if I give command same m function, it will show me only first function which is running right now. Now if I want both the functions should be working together, so I'll be just defining the functions. Now for example, again I want to for example I'm going to call function 2 from function 1, and again the function 1 is calling your function. Now let us check the entries. They both are calling each other. You can see now this will create a loop, right? So this kind of cases should not happen. If it has happened, we have to define a break statements. So this will form a loop. Unless we are going to control this particular loop, it won't be happening itself. So both the loops are calling each other, and they are like going on creating the loops into it. So always avoid doing this. Like I'll be just defining one function here, and unless I have removed it, I'll just remove one of the line from here. Okay, done. Now again if I run the same, it will work well, right? It has called the turning value. So this is, we will just run the multi-functions. So now here we can see the second value or the second function is again called over here. So this is how generally we create the functions. This is how generally we create functions and call the other functions into the existing functions as well. So here we have talked about all the functions which we have seen, and how we can create the functions. And as even the machine or your Linux operating system has some built-in functions. They are like exp, which we generally use. They are the built-in functions. Even we use your AVS, which is a built-in function. So we have a lot of built-in functions into the machine. So by default your the system calls then when it is required. So here we have talked much about your functions, and then we are going to see something about the administration and how to get help for the different commands which we have used into the next video. So keep watching.